So you've got this killer sales team and you think that nothing could get better. The only problem that you have is not hiring enough salespeople as it is right now. But I can tell you that you are sitting on a gold mine right under your nose that your sales team doesn't even have access to right now. And I'm talking about all those high ticket leads that are not booking a call, that are not showing up to a call, or are showing up for the sales call and saying no. I'm going to talk through today how you can start to scoop up these lost sales without having to have them jump on a sales call, without any upfront investment on your part. And what it equates to is a 5 or 6 figure revenue opportunity per month for certain businesses. And I'm going to talk you through exactly how you can take advantage. So if it's the first time joining one of my lives, I'm Brian Czekanski, and I help coaches and companies 10x their high ticket sales without using or any need for sales calls. So on the back of one of the calls I had with a prospect today, I thought it was just really interesting to talk through. I work with a lot of companies that do already have established sales teams that are doing really well, have really great stats. Everything is humming along. But that's also a great opportunity for me because I can step in and close some of these high ticket sales through email and chat without having, on the back of some of the lost sales that are coming through. So let me talk you through that and I'll use the example that we talked through on the call just a short time ago. So again, as you think through your leads that are coming through, whether it's Facebook, whatever traffic source you're thinking of, there's going to be a certain percentage that aren't willing to book a sales call, whatever it is. You have a webinar, you have a VSL, whatever it is, you're going to have some level. So I'd say 50, put it at 50% of the people, whether they're buyers or things like that, maybe they bought another product and you want them to get on a sales call. That's kind of the bread and butter. So typically I work with clients that have a webinar and they're selling a high ticket item, or they have a low ticket item and they're looking to monetize those low ticket buyers into high ticket sales. So if I walk through kind of that webinar example, like there is certain drop off points in a webinar where people fall off. Either they don't watch the whole webinar and they don't get to that sales call or the offer that you have there. That's an opportunity for me to come in and monetize those. But you're also those people that just, for whatever reason, they something in the offer or something comes up in their own life. Maybe they couldn't find a date and time on your calendar that worked for them in terms of the sales team. And that's why they fell off. So again, put that number at maybe 50%. That 50% that don't book a sales call and you're not able to get them on the line, that's a great opportunity for me to come in via email and chat and get to know them a little bit better. Again, I'm not asking for their time commitment at all. I'm just having a conversation with them via email and or chat to go through that same sales process that they would on a phone conversation. Again, presenting an opportunity, putting an opportunity in front of them, getting to know their story a little bit. And then once I've gotten to know their story, their emotional, like what are some of those emotional hot buttons that are leading them to want to get to that outcome? I can use that by personalizing the offer. So all I use is email, chat, and a Google Doc, very simple, to close people on high ticket sales. And even the prospect that I talked about today, just couldn't believe that was possible without a sales call. But it is possible. Again, the one thing I do is kind of prove it to people. So I don't ask for any upfront investment. And I only ask to be paid via rev share once the money has hit their Stripe account. So again, take away all that risk. I know there is some I have to prove my process because it seems so unusual. But that's the way I do it, kind of taking away all the risk and not asking for an upfront investment. That's how I'm able to do that. So again, think about those people that don't book that sales call. That's an opportunity for me to come in and monetize those and close some high ticket sales. The other part is thinking about those people that do book a sales call. Again, in the prospect that I talked to today, he said the show up rate is about 50%. So again, there's another slice of the leads that just aren't. We're not even getting an ability to put an offer in front of them. So another great slice for me to come in and monetize those as well. And then you talked about how those people that do book sales calls, the closing rate for the sales team is around 25%. So again, really good closing rate. As you can, your sales team might be a little bit higher, might be a little bit lower, 20, 25%, 30% or above. Honestly, really good, especially with these higher ticket type of offers. Higher ticket offer I was talking about today was about a 6K type of offer. So not hugely expensive, but a good chunk of money that people have to put their money down on. So again, another portion of the of those leads that just aren't getting to a yes. And that's another great opportunity for me to come in, throw a different, just follow up with them and have a conversation with them and see if there's an objection or a question or a different way of presenting the outcome. Again, personalizing that outcome to what they're dealing with right now. So as I'm having these conversations one-to-one with people, it's an actual human sitting across from them. It's me or somebody on my team having a conversation back and forth via email. Some of these can be really long and drawn out. It could take place over a week. Some take a period of hours to get them to the sale. So it kind of depends on that. But really thinking of, if you have a sales team right now, again, think of those drop-off points that you are experiencing. Not only if you're using a webinar where there's several periods of drop-off once you've gotten their email, but those people that don't book a sales call, that do book a sales call and don't show up, and those people that do show up for a sales call and say no or not the right time or whatever it is, that's a great opportunity for somebody like me to come in with a sales process that's all based on email and chat, not asking for any time investment for your leads, to hear what my offer is all about, to get to know their story a little bit. All those things that you do on a sales call, I'm doing via email and chat, and doing it very successfully. Again, I start with every client with a test, so makes it really easy. No long-term commitment as well. I'll put out a test to those leads that kind of fit into those categories, like what I would call kind of your trash can assets, because you've kind of given up on them, but they're kind of waiting for me to have a conversation with them, monetize them up to whatever program you're at right now. So it could be, again, it could be a 6K program, it could be a 10K program, it could be 15, sold all the way up to a 50K type of program. So it kind of works across the board wherever you're at. And again, there's no real risk from your perspective as well. No upfront investment. I'm taking all the risk, and I'm kind of proving that my process works and fits very much alongside your sales team. So I don't want to step on any of the toes of your sales team. I don't want to steal any of their opportunities. This is purely the people that didn't book a sales call, that showed up for a sales call, book a sales call and didn't show up, or they showed up for a sales call and they said no. Those are the audiences, along with those people that, again, if you're using a webinar and they didn't get to the point where they even thought about booking a sales call, those are the type of people that I want to get in front of and prove to you that I can get them to that higher ticket perspective, regardless of when they went through your funnel, whether it was a week ago, 3 weeks ago. I've sold and completed sales from people that opted into funnels years ago. So 1 year ago, 3 years ago. If there is the right outcome in front of the right person, they will engage in that conversation. And I do have the ability to close that sale. So keep that in mind, especially if you have a killer sales team, that there is an opportunity hiding in plain sight for you to take advantage of. And I can work really along, think of it as like a bolt-on profit center for you to take advantage of. And again, no upfront risk or investment from your perspective as you think about your sales team and working alongside your sales team. So with that, hit the like button on whatever platform you're looking at. Hit that subscribe button if you're watching on YouTube. Always talking about high ticket sales on almost a daily basis, kind of showing my work and sharing what's working and what isn't. And with that, I will see you on a future live.